Martin, how have you reflected on Tuesday night's draw?
I don't think we played very well. I don't think we had many shots. I don't think we had many crosses. I don't think we played much good football. I thought our two centre-backs were heroic. And I thought it was fantastic that we got a point away from home without playing well. And I would always say that's a good trait to have. On Saturday, we played well and deserved a point. The other night, did we deserve a point? Probably not. But they also, after watching the video, they didn't have many shots either. Our goalkeeper only had 2 or 3 things to do for the whole game. So we did defend quite deep. We did try to keep them out and stay in the game. And we stayed in the game, and tactically we changed it midway through the second half and at half-time. Midway through the second half, we made some tactical changes, and the subs came on and changed the game. And then, of course, for the last 10 minutes, Hollis going as a centre-forward, the changes we made worked for us, and it made us better and more positive. And it was a good point to come home with.
And the 6 unbeaten now, in 5 of those games you've actually come from behind, so you must be pleased with how much resilience your team is showing to say that they've gone from behind, they've come back.
Yeah, very much so. They have shown great resilience, they've shown great self-belief, they've not let their heads go down. Even when we weren't playing well the other night, they kept going with each other, they kept pushing each other. And there was a supporter actually just behind me at Sutton. He was 5 yards behind me at Sutton, and we weren't playing very well, and all that supporter kept doing was shouting good stuff at the team. And I said, good stuff. He said, come on, Chesterfield, you can do it. Come on, Martin, come on, keep going, keep pushing them. And he was inspirational. His positive attitude that he pushed out into the players and through me into the players, because he could have turned around and he could have said, Martin, this is rubbish, which doesn't do anyone any good. It certainly doesn't do me any good. It certainly doesn't do the players any good. And I'm not sure, I wanted to get his name, but I couldn't quite get to him quick enough. But whoever he is, he'll know who he is right behind the dugout at Sutton. And we had that here on Saturday. We had that positive attitude from everybody here on Saturday, and it really does help the players. And that is something we've all got to work on and work towards. Of course, the players have to do well on the pitch to get the supporters to back them. But to know that guy there, I really am grateful for his input into our comeback, really, to get that point.
Definitely. And Michael Nelson's not been in the team for a few weeks. What's the reasoning behind that?
He hasn't played well enough.
Oh, fair enough. And Lawrence Maguire made captain. Is that something you're looking to keep him captain for a few more weeks, see how he does?
We'll see at the weekend. Will Evans has also been very good. He's had a bit of a sore hip, as we all know. It's been an ongoing injury. So we rested him. He was a bit tight after the Wrexham game. So we rested him really for Tuesday. So we'll review Will when he comes into training tomorrow. But Will's done a fantastic job, by the way. So we will be looking to introduce Will back in. He's been a good captain. We've had a good run, unbeaten, I think, with Will as captain. And, of course, we're unbeaten with Lawrence as captain. So I thought Rowley could also be a captain as well.
Definitely, yeah.
So we've got 3 people there that I think could all be captains. So we'll see.
He doesn't really get the credit he deserves, well, most of the last few games. More play like a central defensive midfielder role, breaking up play. Is that something you taught him to do, or has he already had that in him?
I saw him do it in a reserve game that we played here against Lincoln, and it was that reserve game on a Tuesday afternoon behind closed doors. I saw him steaming into tackles. He was playing against a couple of lads that were like 6'4", and he went in and had it with them, big time. And then another one come in and rolled into him, and Joe stood up, and the pair of them were looking at Joe, and Joe kind of went, I'm here if you want me. If you want me, I'm here. If you want to come in for the next one, I'll be ready for you. And he gave that body language attitude. And then the next pass came to him, and he got it down and made a nice pass. And as soon as I saw that in him that day, I thought, I've got to get him in our team. He's an homegrown player. He's come in with fireworks against his name, and then of course, I don't really want to talk about what happened after, because it didn't really go well, which is not my business to talk about. But he's bided his time. He's a great lad. He's hard working. He's young, conscientious. Once we build him up physically to get quicker and stronger, he's very, very good technically. So I want a midfield player in that mould in the middle of the pitch, because he can pass the ball and he can help us play good football.
Yeah, and will you be making any changes to your side on Saturday from the side from Tuesday?
I don't know yet. We'll see.
And Harrogate, obviously fourth in the league. What can you expect from them?
Well, any team that wins a championship, in my mind, is a very good team. They're very well organised. They've got a very good manager. Any manager that wins a championship is a good manager. He knows what he's doing. They play a certain way. They've got very good players, and fourth in the league tells you an awful lot, doesn't it? So they're a very good team, very good squad, and as always, as every game has been, a difficult game.
Thanks, Martin. Appreciate that.